one of the things that's hard about this for me is that although, it says Dr. Joel Glenn Wixon right over here, and there's this doctor in this thing, and there's this invitation to consider me an expert, and there's a number of different power positions that are sort of just embedded in this whole process. These are not things that I stand with. The idea of expert positions, that I have some knowledge about you that you don't have, is not anything that I stand for. The idea that I have some ideas that you don't have is reasonable because we're different people, but that those ideas are important for you is not anything that I'm standing for. And so what I present here is really about things that I find useful for myself. If you find them useful, that's cool. If they connect to you in terms of who you are and where you're at right now, that's awesome. But that's all that it is. And I want to, I say that because I just had a conversation with a couple of conversations that were fabulous for me, but were mostly about the challenges that I face in undermining the very ideas that I try to stand up against in my life. And that it is not easy, and that it is work, and it is not work I have completed by any stretch of the imagination. It's work that I'm perpetually and constantly in. And that's also a difficult thing to put out, because then it creates this like, oh, you're working so hard, which is not what I'm trying to do. It's a great example of what I'm talking about, how as we take positions with the intentions of moving forward as a community, as a culture, as a species, the old ideas that we want to either stand against or not cooperate with can be really kind of acted out in that position. And so doing that dance is something I'm very much invested in doing, and very interested in hearing other people's experience of me about. Very interested in having people talk to me about the ways that I might be taking up totalizing language or colonizing language. It's not your responsibility, but I'm open to it and very much seeking it out and interested in it. So that's part of my work too, is to be in a place of receiving when I take up those positions, because it's completely inconsistent with my intentions, and yet I realize that I could be doing it all the time. And so so just a little, I consider this to be about possibilities, because my intention is that creates an openness and availability to possibilities that I can't even comprehend right now, but that just are manifest. Each and every one of us has the opportunity to kind of create possibilities simply by the positions that we take or don't take. So anyway, that's What's Next with Dr. Joel for today. I'll be back tomorrow with the Knowledge Saturday.